Selamat pagi, Keto here,
and Mio here to tell you that a man up and created his own style of cutout animation to create the best animated short I've seen all year. I'll admit I haven't seen many, but this one is really great.
However, despite racking up over 4 million views and being released on our channel with over 1 million subs, almost no one on YouTube is really talking about it, other than a few random React channels. And this guy, but he's British, so it doesn't count.
Before the release of the full film, the creator Julian Curry was releasing numerous shorts, documenting the process of creating GRUFF. And all those shorts kept blowing.
These are probably how you heard about this project. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. And maybe you don't even know about this project anyway, but either way, it's very hype, and let's get into our review.
In summary, GRUFF is an emotional story about a girl named Bo with an abuelo who doesn't talk or play with her very much.
An abuelo is a grandpappy for those of you who don't speak Espanol. He sits and enjoys watching a Western TV show titled GRUFF, about a small town with a quiet sheriff.
Bo asks her mother, Hazel, about him and why he doesn't talk that much, and gets a story about a spy with a father who is much the same as her grandfather, and Hazel is the spy in the story.
And in the story, she kicks butts and takes names and lives. But still, she isn't really that happy.
That's all we'll say about it for now, so that you can check it out for yourself. In the end, the short film is about loving people who don't always love in the same way that you love, and how much can be said with almost no words. Also, the story is taken out of the creator's own personal life experience.
You can see the full 10-minute short film on YouTube for free, so please, check it out.
It's free! But wait, before you leave, like and subscribe first. You also could finish the video.
As for those of you who stayed, here's our spoiler-free review.
No spoilers.
The animation, as everyone will tell you, is magnifique. It's pretty good.
You can tell that almost everything in this production had a lot of heart injected into it, right into the vein. The attention to detail, even in the background and insignificant elements, is amazing.
There's also an actual tiny legible newspaper with stories, headlines, and just about everything else.
Everything!
The production on everything is top-notch, unlike this channel. The voice acting is great and nobody seems misplaced. Everyone's voices fit well.
The music is also really nice and adds atmosphere to every scene. You don't really hear it, but you feel it, which sounds super deep and metaphorical and upper brow, but I promise you that was not my intention.
A lot of the animation is technically puppetry, which is also debatably animation. It's nice and lifelike, though the style looks pretty trippy in a couple of parts, and it can really throw you off, especially if you're not ready.
It's probably most noticeable in the places where Julian Curry used a combination of practical animation and digital compositing, like in some of the lip sync that was added in the computer on top of the paper.
Once upon a time, there was a super spy.
The cinematography is, how do I say this, cinematic and movie-like, which is a good thing because this is a movie.
There seemed to be a lot of thought put into where to place the camera in each individual shot, and a lot of clever ideas to get unique shots. So not only are the character designs and animation styles unique, but the cinematography also feels quite special.
This plane shot is really exceptional. It only lasts about 4 seconds, but in the behind the scenes we learned that this shot took 3 weeks? 3 weeks? But in behind the scenes we learned that this shot took 3 weeks of work. Now that's dedication.
This shot with the character jumping and the moon in the background is also super cool as well. Overall, there's not much that we can say that we changed because the movie is very much what it is. It is 100% the creator's vision, so any suggestions would probably just be personal preference.
The short has sparked much emotion on the internet, and it almost brought a tear to my eye. That is if I wasn't emotionally dead inside running on negative 2 hours of sleep. So let's take a look at the comments. He married his grandpa?
Huh?
What shot were you watching? As someone who loves the heck out of paper, this was beautiful. Good job.
Why does that sound so vaguely sarcastic? I'm gonna assume that was a nice comment. I'm crying so hard right now. This guy dedicated 3 years of his life into making this short film for us to see for free. For free!
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
I love this. Maybe a little too much.
What?
Okay, it reminds me of the good Pixar shorts from a couple of years ago, but can you blame me?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm on the brink of tears right now. This generally made me sob. I cried a lot, LOL, thank you. As you can see, people are very emotional.
That's all, folks.
Boy, were those some great comments. Now let's go look at the behind the scenes.
After completing a successful crowdfunding campaign, his film took a total of 3 years to complete. although I guess it's debatable in the comments whether it's been 2 years or 3 years. You might ask how a short film made from paper would take that long, but let me tell you, there's more than just paper behind this short film.
Everything about the puppets are made by hand. The hands, faces, arms, guitars, outfits, and such. It's not just a single layer of paper like a flat animated drawing. The creator calls this style 2.5D.
There are multiple layers to create a sense of depth, so the ears are behind the face, and the hair is in front of the eyes, and the eyes are just behind the front of the face.
All these characters have very nice designs, and it's unfortunate just how many commenters are down bad for a married fictional character visualized by a paper puppet.
The depravity of the human race knows no bounds. As we mentioned earlier, there's not just paper involved in this. He also made metal skeletons for all the characters that go under the paper to prevent too much wear and tear. The skeletons have magnets built into the frame to allow the arms to connect and animate the characters. The arms that he's using to puppet them around are green screened out later.
The dialogue scenes were created using 3 different styles of animation, depending on what the scene called for. This already seems like an insane amount of work, but just to make sure he knew how to design the 2.5D characters, this man made maquettes of the characters first, basically fully functional toys of each of the characters. He must be stopped!
He also did
taking reference photos, then adapting those photos into the style of the film. I ink in the accents to match it. My concept for the bad guy plane was it used to be a high-tech concept plane, but was still the bad guy. I filmed outdoors to get natural reflections on the plane, 5 screws and bolts, and used magnets.
It would be pretty repetitive to state everything he did to make this short come to life, considering he spent extra time creating behind-the-scenes shorts for his YouTube channel that document a ton of the project.
If you're interested, go check those out if you want some more of the deets.
Overall, it's a little disappointing that this short hasn't blown up quite as much as The Amazing Digital Circus or Hazbin Hotel. Well, it hasn't blown up yet, anyway. Amazing Digital Circus and Hazbin Hotel blew up for other reasons, I'm pretty sure, and I have my own theories as to why. Quite a few reasons as to why, but that's a conversation for another day.
One reason that this video might not necessarily get as many views as some of the shorts is because, as we learned with our own main channel, the conversion between shorts and long-form content isn't usually very high. So, kinda sucks sometimes, but that's kinda how it is.
That said, 4 million views is nothing to sneeze at.
But seriously, don't do shorts, kids. It'll ruin your life.
So yeah, we just wanted to cover this short film because it was pretty good and not many people were talking about it, and we thought you guys might like it.
So, if you haven't seen it and the film looks interesting to you, it'll be linked in the description down below. And while you're there, feel free to like the video if you want to, and if you like it a lot, then feel free to subscribe for all things animated. Got some cool videos coming out and a lot of stuff planned, so hopefully you'll join us.
Thanks for watching, and if there's any other underrated or unknown animated shorts, movies, or series you think deserves more attention, let us know.
But until we see you in the next one, check out this video over here.
Or this video over here. But until we see you in the next video, in the wise words of President Arturo Aguilar, butchered that.
Adios.
Overall, it's a little disappointing that this short hasn't blown up quite as much.